Are you starting the show? Hello? Are you starting the show? Or are you just gonna sit there? I guess my co-host is tired, ladies and
Yo,
gentlemen.
are we on?
Yeah, we're live. We've been live for 51 minutes.
Are we on? Are we on?
Yes, we are
We're
on,
on?
bro.
Okay. Welcome to this edition of the X-Fan Show Afternoon Delight. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
The
I
mayor
can't
said
see
it
anything.
right.
I can't read anything. I can't do Hey! Look. Good God Almighty. So much light.
Look,
Welcome to the final show of 2022. I'm
the
the
mayor
A
said it
Train.
right. There are no headlights.
I can't see a darn thing. God dog it. You know what? Dirty, take over. If you can, then.
Welcome,
Good God. I'll see what's going on.
welcome to the X Fan
I don't
Show.
know what's going on here.
One of your hosts,
Go ahead.
Dirty.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna mute him
Take over.
because
Go ahead.
it's
Let's
like
do what you do.
my co-host literally just woke up.
Oh,
Welcome to the show. I am one of the hosts, Dirty. I'm gonna wait until Mr. Sunshine here gets back and up and going, but it doesn't look like it right now. And you're right, Mayor. He is a deer in headlights. I have no idea why, but I did just find something based on my likes for Twitter. This is very interesting. This was something that Danny Garcia posted about 23 minutes ago. It wasn't actually from Danny. It was from, let's see here, a Constance Schwartz. So let's play this. And I'll read the caption real quick here. You know, it's a movement when Danny Garcia and the XFL show up. Join us on our journey highlighting an amazing group of young men and women who we've gotten to know these past few years. At Deion Sanders, changing the lives on and off the field. Now he is changing the game prime on prime. So let's go to this real quick and we're going to play it.
He's not just walking the walk, right? He's doing everything. He is making it matter, and he knows to look at both sides and use his influence to make it happen. So, you know, that is legacy. That is magic. And then the work that he's doing on the other side to say for an athlete, a professional athlete, I'm also going to pull in the league to pay attention. I absolutely believe that Coach Prime's influence is going to change things going forward. He's not just walking the walk.
Now, interesting that she was there at wherever this was. I don't know where it was or anything like that. I just know that she was there and she had talked about Coach Prime. It's very interesting that Coach Prime has now, left Jackson State, which did really good job. And I'll give Deion Sanders a lot of credit of how he handled his exit at Jackson State to go to Colorado. I will give him that. He did a very good job with that. So now,
Finally, here I am. Here I am.
are you awake now, sir?
Yeah, you know what? After a few minutes, man. Good God Almighty.
Oh, okay. So that was from the HBC XFL showcase. Okay, cool. Now, my question is, now you watched? Did you see what I had playing there, A Train?
No, I didn't. Man, when I say I was so gone, I couldn't get to it, man.
Okay, so it was Danny Garcia at the XFL showcase in for what is that? The HBC showcase they did. She was talking about how influential that prime time was. Now, here's my question. Let's say that we didn't have a head coach. Would you have approached Deion Sanders as a head coach for the XFL?
It's a good question. That's a great question because Dion does want to be. I think he wants to be in college coach, but getting a jump in the XFL, I don't see why not. Asking him wouldn't have been a problem.
And I mean, well, if you think about it with Deion, right? Deion is influencing young men at the college level, right? With the XFL, a lot of these guys are guys that hadn't made it pro, that are working towards pro, right? I think Deion would have been a great influence in that to possibly help guys to get into like a guy here, prime example, a guy like Montavious Bryant, who's had some trouble in his past. I think Deion would have been a great influence. I mean, like I hear what Brian says. I think Deion would have done it. I absolutely agree. I think he would have. And I think it would have been a great choice. Now, am I saying that we don't have great choices with our 8 head coaches? I think we do. Right? I don't know. I found it interesting. That was the first thing that had popped up on my feed for the XFL. So that's the reason why I started it. So that was courtesy of Candace, whatever her name was, XFL and the HBC showcase. So I just thought it was very, that's just, that's how we are, right?
Exactly. And, it's fantastic. It would have been interesting to see what Deion Sanders would have done if they gave, they asked the opportunity for him to be in the XFL. It would have been the same thing that he was, approaching about, there was a video that surfaced that he was talking about he ain't swag, but it was in the message of that what he was trying to do is inspire. Correct. And so him being in the XFL would have actually done the same thing what he was trying to accomplish over at Jackson State and now at Colorado.
I agree with you. I think it would have been. Here's another interesting thing. This was from 16 hours ago. It seems like we're starting to get a lot of moves coming, right?
Right.
16 hours ago, Coach Reggie Barlow from DC. This is from the DC Defenders, and it just literally went away as I pulled it up. But he basically said, "I'm ready to go. Let's go," and had a countdown about it.
Right.
So I think that's a really good thing. I mean, we're starting to see coaches saying, "Hey, listen, supplemental draft is this week is the supplemental draft, right?
Sunday,
doing it right on
New Year's Day,
New Year's Day, right? New Year's Day, we're doing the draft, and it's going to be the supplemental draft. And I have it, so I'll pull it up.
The information for it. Yeah, you see who the teams are or who's drafting where, you'll see the order.
This is from the St. Louis Battlehawk, first pick looking really good. XFL PR department. The XFL announces plans for a supplemental draft on January 1 of 2023. So what a way to kick the new year off. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
What a way to kick the new year off for the XFL, right? So it says the XFL, the draft will consist of players who were previously ineligible to be drafted, as well as players who were not selected during the XFL draft on November 16th and 17th. The selection process will occur in a snake-style format for all positions. Teams will take turns drafting players with picks, ordering reverse each round. Each team will finish the draft with 66 players that will join teams in play in the training camp. Ooh, interesting. Am I right? Interesting on how that is and how they're going to do this. So, I mean, we're talking more players, right? 66 more players per team. Okay. So, I mean, like, when are we going to start seeing cuts and stuff like that?
It's going to have to be during training camp. Training camp is when all this is going to happen. Again, it's got to happen then because you got to make the cuts before we get to the roster down to February 18th.
Correct.
So, a lot of people are going to be fighting for spots. So, good luck to everyone that's participating. That's the main thing. We want to see the final roster, and definitely everybody wants to know what's the, what the schedule is going to be. We got to wait till then.
And we do know that there's going to be a lot of guys there. There have already been guys saying that they're going to be in the supplemental draft and stuff like that. The question is now, and if you go back and watch last night's show, we had Mark Perry on with the B-Hawk Live edition, and then we also interviewed Lakeem Williams, the linebacker for the Battle Hawks. And the one, I asked him the question, Arlington, which I really thought was funny, is that he said, yeah, I'll be in Arlington January 6th. So I thought that was funny that's how he said it. You know what I mean?
He was very emphatic with it.
Yes,
very emphatic
he was very emphatic with that for sure. He was very emphatic, and I thought that was really cool. So everything is starting to gear up. I mean, we're talking what? We are 3 days to the end of the year, right? January 1st or beginning of the year, however you want to say it. Doesn't really matter. Are we 2 days away now?
2 days now.
Yeah, okay. So we're 2 days away now.
All right. Let's see. We got some comments. Go back. This is in response to your Reggie Barlow thing. He was talking about the point after touchdown. The 3 is what they're going to be going for a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I know. I was looking for it, and then as I put it up there, my page refreshed on me. Here, I found it.
They said the other day, Hines Ward was in San Antonio at the flag football tournament. They showed off the helmet and jerseys. Hey, we got a comment on Twitch. What's going on? Sandy has a question. If this is a league, why is St. Louis left out? Coaches and players get interviews, but not in St. Louis. Jerseys not often in St. Louis. Why?
Ooh, good question. I mean, that's a good question.
I want Deion Sanders to coach in the NFL. It would be amazing. Okay.
XFL, it says.
XFL, excuse me.
So, yeah. So, what Brian was saying right here, I just got it right here. Hines Ward was at the championship game in San Antonio. Right there.
The flag
football thing, right?
Yes.
The Under Armour thing. Now, look, this is a good thing, right? The Battlehawks should draft Russell Wilson. God, please, no. God, please, no, Mark Bland. And you can go over to whatever that channel is. He on his 1320 a.m. and listen to the Q on Saturdays from 1 to 3 o'clock. I'll give Mark Bland a shout out there. Would you like to see a St. Louis team for this? Would you like to see a St. Louis Under Armour thing, Arlington? Or even in Houston? Would you like to see that?
Don't they do it? What am I getting at? Don't they do it already?
Do they do the Under Armour thing? What is your radio channel, Mr. Bland? That's what I'm asking you. What channel are you on? Oh, there it is. News Radio KYRO.com. So go listen to the man.
Right away, man. Golly.
Do what?
You screwed that up right away.
Well, yeah, I always do. That's what
And it's 1280.
Oh, 1280?
Now, how do I know that? And I'm not in St. Louis. How do I know what his station is and I'm not there?
I mean, because I listen to satellite radio. And then on Saturdays, I listen.
How you gonna sit there and then you just sat there and pooed on them just like that quick?
I didn't poo on them. I said
yes, you did. You just sat there. The other way, you D-bag.
Saturdays, I listen to the
other way, dude.
That's all.
Look the other way. There you go.
I'm just looking away from you because you make me mad.
Oh, now anyways.
Yeah, see? Look, thank you. Thank you, Mark Bland. We do appreciate it.
Get out of here.
Put the comment up there. Get
out of here, man. Get out of here.
I'm looking for the jerseys because, listen, I mean, you're right. In Seattle, in San Antonio, they did see right there. They had Houston Roughneck players added as well. Now, I mean, is it because that there's guys are starting to slowly make their way to Arlington?
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
I don't think that would be.
Get on Twitter.
Yeah, there was a Roughnecks player there, along with the Brahmas player.
Right here.
See that jersey, baby?
That looks good, don't they?
Can't wait to see that in action.
I know, right? They look good.
Can't wait to see that in action, baby.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's getting interesting. Like I said, we're only 2 days away from the end of the year or the beginning of the year, however you want to say it. Right.
Mhm.
And there's Jeremiah Spicer. What's up? A guy who is in the supplemental draft. So, best of luck to him that he gets picked up on January 1. That'd be nice to see. And if he does, I'd love to have him. When he does get picked up, we need to bring him on the show. I'd love to talk to him and see what his experience is. You're right. They did keep the B on the helmet. I did like that. But okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Brian. So here's the question, though. Is that a prototype? Or is it the actual helmet? Production helmet, game day helmet. That's the question. I'm thinking it's more a prototype right now. What's your thoughts?
Why are we putting prototypes if we show what the jerseys are and we had this big jersey reveal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would we do that? If we're having prototypes, it makes no sense. That means that whole jersey reveal was a farce. And that's not what the XFL is doing. They want people to see what they already have out, the progress.
That is true.
That has been the big deal. So I'm saying that's the final product.
Well, it looks like the fans agree with you because Brian just said final product also.
I'm really thinking that that's what that is, man. Like,
I'm saying, here's what I'm telling you. I think it's a prototype.
I don't think so, man.
Why?
I just explained it to you.
Yes.
Explained it to you.
Here's another one. Is Ta'amu available in the supplemental draft? Are there other notable players available that you are aware of? Yes, Ta'amu is. And I mean, right here, the man, Jeremiah Spicer, he's available for the supplemental draft. A lot of people, guys, got to remember, this end of the season, when is the last Monday night game for football, Arlington?
And it Monday, January 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't play when they end the season. They never play another Monday night game, so it always ends on a Sunday. So the next Monday night game is this upcoming Monday.
Exactly. So, and then we get the playoffs that are starting. So a lot of players are going to get cut from the NFL, right? So they're probably going to be eligible for the supplemental draft also, right?
But like you said, man, it's only 66 slots. It's not like it's a bunch because there's already
per team, 66 per team. It's said.
Okay.
Look, I'll go back, but finish your point.
Hey, man, listen. Did I hear right that PJ Walker could be eligible? That's a hard one, man.
I know what PJ just did an interview, but I think he's still signed with
Carolina.
With Carolina as a backup.
And he's not on the practice squad, so
no, he's definitely not on the practice squad.
Right.
That is for sure.
If you're not on the practice squad, there's a great chance that he will not be in the XFL. He's on the active roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we mentioned guys like Donald Parham, you know, had seen time on IR for, a bit, and of course Taylor Heineke. So we got guys, Storm Norton is playing with the Chargers and stuff. So we got guys that are playing from the XFL that are playing in the NFL, but I don't think we'll see them come back at all.
Now, Jared brings up a good point. Only like around 10 or less available per slot. So I'm trying to find it. I could have swore it said another 66 available spots per team. So that's what I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah, and so I mean, man, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't hope it doesn't happen that teams end up passing. You know
how? So here it is. I just found it.
You look and see at most supplemental drafts, they pass on picks because they believe that they have what they need on their teams. And I hope they don't. But
So right here on the bottom, it says each
Mhm.
team will finish the draft with 66 players that will join the team.
So you missed it that quick. So they're not having 66 players on during the supplemental draft. That's their final total on the rosters because they're gonna have to make
No,
cuts.
it says right here. Look, each team will finish the draft with the 66 players that will join the team in training camp.
That's so you steadily missing it. You're missing it. 66 total players. That means the team that they've drafted already early on, and then they're going to make additional players from this supplemental draft. It's not going to be 66 players in this supplemental draft.
I'm reading it this way. Okay, so now we
Of
have.
course, you're reading it your way. You're not reading it or listening to me because you believe that's how it's supposed to go, and that's not the case. I'm cutting you off because I already know where you're going with this. You're trying to make it seem like it's going to be 100 some odd players on this squad, and it's not.
That's true. I mean, how many people? They had what 77 players drafted for in the XFL draft, basically.
And they had to make a lot of cuts for that.
Not yet. They haven't. Not yet.
They're going to,
but they're
sir.
going to.
We looking at
okay. So here's a question.
Some odd players on each roster.
Here's a question. You notice on here we see 8 teams, right?
Right.
And in 2020, we had 9 teams, right?
Yeah, team 9 if you want to add that.
Okay. So are we going to have a team 9?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why
no.
There's
it would have been announced. Remember, team 9 was announced with the other teams.
So see, look, everybody's having a thing. So Jared's saying 60 total, I think. Brian is saying 66
They
total.
all agreeing with me. That's what that is.
Handy says we will have 66 additional players for camp. Then they make the cuts.
Why would you have that many players out there?
Again, I'm going to go back to this. We had a team 9 in 2020, right? What if you bring all of these players in? You have a 66 additional players on top of what you drafted. Players get cut, and then those players, hear me out before you get all fired up. Then all of those players go into a player pool and like another team where they're at camp there, and then they're there for injuries.
Thank you, Jared. That part. This draft will be quick.
Look, I'm just saying.
No, you're not just saying, sir. You're saying that because you want more players added to this mix, and you confusing the hell out of the people.
Well, it looks like all the people got it right except me.
Exactly.
So,
and thank you, Flame Wingman, that already said there wasn't going to be a team 9. I told you that myself.
Hey, again, I'm not saying that, right? I'm just saying they've said a lot of stuff, right? This league has said a lot of stuff, right?
Be careful where you're going with that.
What?
Be careful where you go next. Go ahead.
I'm going to make a speculation, okay? Because
why am I not surprised?
I love making speculation.
Every show I get this.
Right, every show. I'm going to speculate they're going to have like a Team 9 type of thing where they're going to have players that are sitting there ready. See, like right here. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I do think they will have a pool of players for substitutions due to injury.
But
again, listen, I'm not saying it's a Team 9. I'm just saying they're going to have a pool of players, kind of like a Team 9 there, in case people get hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Now, that's been said early on that they will be continuing to train in Arlington during, and then when needed, they will be assigned to teams.
Right.
Just to pick up as needed.
Them close to Arlington. Like,
right.
I mean, the speculation is, oh no, dirty speculation alert. Hey, anybody could say what they want, but Dirty's little crystal ball on his speculation may be a little cloudy, but it always comes true one way or another. I'm just saying, think about it. You got players there. You're going to have enough of those players out there, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you really going to want to have your first team playing against your first team defense, or would you much rather have your first team playing against some practice guy squads to help?
You don't even
Perform.
know who they are. Because honestly,
That's true.
listen,
We don't.
listen, everybody is fresh into this. And what these coaches are going to do is they're
Here's
going
a new one. I have not heard this one. Only team not coming to Arlington is DC. That's one I have not heard yet. Not heard that one.
That don't make me lose my thought here, brother.
Okay.
Listen, my thing is these coaches do not know who's going to be team 1, team 2, team 3, whatever. Like who's going to be the first team, second team, third team. And even when they choose them, they believe those are the best players for them. But we still don't know because they still have to be in action to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is green at this point. Everybody's green.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody from
I
a third
started
team
this
could
for the
be
simple
on
fact
the first
is
team.
I wanted to see how pissed off I could get everybody. And look, everybody's already chiming in.
There you have it.
So I'm going to do the math on Jared's thing. Yes. And I know it was on News Hub. I know it was on Access. I know all that. Okay. But so let's do the math there on that.
Shout out to both of them though, for real.
Who?
Access and News Hub.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, go on. Finish your point.
But these coaches do not know how they're going to be even when they select them, even when they are these are my starters. But I still do not know how they're going to play out. If these are the best of the group. These are, in my mind, are the best that I'm going to put out there on the field. Meaning that even when I put those guys out there, there still could be some players on the bench that could be better than them that we don't even know.
Now,
and they don't even know.
Let's go here. I did the math, right? For what Jarrett said. So the Rent-A-Hawks have an available 10 spot, right? The DC Ronas have 12 available spots. The Battle Dragons have a total of 11 spots.
They talked about that DC Snake, that Beer Snake, by the way. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. Or the Guardians have 6 available spots. The Vegas Vipers have an available 11 spots. The Brahmas have an available Vipers with 7 spots, Brahmas with 11, Roughnecks with 5, and the Sea Dragons with 10. You do the math? Do the math. It comes up to 72 open available spots for this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Not just 66, 72 open spots. So somewhere math isn't lining up. Somewhere the math's not lining up. Somewhere. And I get it. That's what I'm saying. That is what the training camp is for. I get it. I get it. Here's what I'm saying, though. All I'm saying is this. Let's say you have the 56 players, okay, like they've said they're going to have on their teams, right? Let's say you have that, okay? But let's say you get hit with some injuries.
Then you do like in the NFL, man. You do like in the NFL. You have a practice squad. You might as well just make it that instead
That's what
of
I'm saying. So that it's basically going to be like a team 9, but it's going to be more of a pool of players that
I wouldn't even do a team 9. I would carry it like a practice squad. And you're part of the team, and then when somebody goes down, you just insert them in as you see fit, you know.
I love Jimmy getting all mad. I get they're going to have 66 players, but again, you could still have a lot of injuries. I mean, shit. Let's look at the San Francisco 49ers. They're at their 3rd quarterback this year.
Mm-hmm.
Their 3rd quarterback this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Baltimore Ravens have been rabid with injuries. Injuries happen in football.
Right.
Okay? You just can't throw a cold. I'll use Jeremiah Spicer, for example. Let's say that he gets put into the training camp pool, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's just say, whatever. You can't put a player cold into a game because they're going to hurt themselves. They have to be there working out and training. So they're going to have some kind of backup. The USFL had it. Even though they didn't have the official 9 team, they had backup players that were there training with the teams, working with the teams, so they could have fresh guys. You're gonna have to have it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that's what I'm saying. Even though they're not saying there is a team 9, there's got to be something like a team 9. No, each team did not say they were going to have a practice squad.
I think they should, though. That's my belief.
Correct. I agree with you. Each team has not said they were going to have a practice squad. They said all 8 teams are going to practice,
train
in Arlington.
So they will, more than likely, those that get drafted by the league and they get cut from teams are not going to league because I think they still have XFL contracts.
Right. We'll probably go into like this little thing, this practice squad. That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, a lot of things have come out, and I've said stuff that hasn't been true. There's been other sites that have said stuff that hasn't been true and all of that stuff, right? We get it because this thing is constantly changing, right? It's constantly changing, okay? And see, Jimmy, please tell me where you heard this. I have not heard that DC is not coming to Arlington. So please let me know where you heard that at. If you want to send me a private message, offline or whatever, please let me know, because that is one thing I have not heard from any of the sources that we have at the XFL. He says XFL Access.
All right.
Show me the link, because I haven't seen that on XFL Access either. I mean, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
So I'll do this then. So look, I'm just saying, I'm speculating. I'm just speculating that they're going to have some kind of a practice squad type team for injured players. That's all I'm saying. Now, they might not, which would be okay.
Right.
They might not, but they're going to have to. They're going to have something, because you just can't put a cold player into a game, because you're going to get them injured. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, now, that's my opinion. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out, how this draft works out. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be cool to see it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of excited. So I'm going to be paying attention on January 1 for the XFL draft. I mean, what about you?
Bring it on, baby. What's wrong? What we waiting on, man? Like, listen, everybody is getting anxious because there's some things that have not been revealed yet by the league that we should be getting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's seeming really challenging at this point. But I'm still sticking with it. Like, keep bringing more and more heat out. You know, I'm just waiting for all the haters to be like, "See, it never was going to work out anyway." That type of thing.
Right. Exactly.
But it's still gonna happen at the end of the day.
Look, here's what we do know. They put out commercials saying, I just lost Arlington. Okay. We do know this. They put out commercials saying February 18th, right? Okay. So we know that. We know that kickoff is going to happen February 18th. We still don't know the schedule. We still don't know Vegas, right? So here, I'm going to make another speculation. I've been saying it for months where it is. I mean, if you look, I know a lot of people are saying Cashman Field, because they just did all these upgrades to Cashman Field. If you guys haven't been paying attention to the Cashman Field upgrades, okay, Arlington, I'm giving another speculation, Arlington.
I can hear you.
Talking about the Cashman Field thing, right? Okay, of course, if you go to Wikipedia, I mean, hell, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I have a Wikipedia. I can go and edit anything I want on Wikipedia if I want to. Anybody can, okay? Anybody can. Now, if we think about this, Arlington, the renovations that were done to Cashman Field are not football friendly. They are soccer friendly, not football friendly. The Major League Soccer went in there and spent a buttload of money in Cashman Field to renovate it.
Yep.
Now, if you're Major League Soccer, okay, and look, I don't know. They may play in Cashman. They may. I don't know. I have a feeling I know where they might play, and I've said it, and I'll say it again, which I say within probably, I'm going to say this, Arlington. I'm going to say by, my speculation is by January 1st, we have our Vegas venue. And I'm going to say the Vegas venue is Bishop Gordon. I'm sticking to that. Sticking to it. Now, I don't know. That's just my speculation. I don't know if it's going to be true. I mean, hell, they could play in Cashman Field. I don't know. They could. Right? See, like here, what Brian says. Cashman Field is not great, just like the baseball field in San Antonio where the Missions played. Listen, I've done fields. I know the difference in the configurations from a soccer field to a football field. And if you're in if you're in a soccer stadium, it's a little tricky to put certain corners in certain spots for a football field. Okay? Now, I mean, I know if you go to Wikipedia, it says, oh, look at the tenants. Look at the tenants. Okay, well, I'm here and I'm on Wikipedia's page, and guess what I don't see? I don't see anything where it says that the XFL Vegas Vipers are going to play in Cashman Field. Nowhere on here do I see it.
I know that guy down at the bottom.
Look at that. Listen, there's a guy. Listen, got to give this guy a lot of credit down there in San Antonio, man. That dude is John is doing a lot of great stuff down there in San Antonio. I mean, we got some more things that we will help promote for the San Antonio. I've been talking to the great lady RC over at the Brahma Mamas. They got some stuff coming up with things coming up very soon with the Brahma Mamas that we'll be talking about on this show and get RC. So big ups to San Antonio for the stuff that John is doing down there. I'm a little jealous that you got to meet John Arlington and see the Brahma jerseys. Not very fair. John, get something done for St. Louis, will you please?
Horns for Ward. I like that.
Yeah. I like
but
it.
Also, simple fact of Orlando, they're doing an excellent job with Corey Helby doing an amazing job with the tickets.
Corey's doing a great job.
Of course, St. Louis have done good with their tickets, but now, they want to see the jersey. They just want to see the jerseys and stuff. I know Orlando, they haven't seen it yet. DC has had theirs.
DC has
So
seen
we
theirs.
would love to see the other teams, do their thing too.
Mhm.
Seattle, where y'all at? You know what I mean? Come on. Where y'all at, baby? Houston, where y'all at? Because I'm ready to see that jersey too up front.
Oh, no, take that back because we just saw Houston's.
No, I'm talking about in Houston though. Houston.
Yeah, okay.
That's the difference. That's a big difference.
Mhm.
There's a big difference with that. Okay. So yeah, I'm ready for it to be around the league so everybody get a chance to see what's about to embark come February 18th.
Right, yeah. Now, I mean, Arlington, look, we were in Vegas, and we saw a lot of the Vegas politics that go on, right? And I know people are like, oh, they had all this time for the politics of Vegas to find a stadium and blah, 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 right? But I'm just saying, we saw politics firsthand in Vegas, how crazy it is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We saw how certain organizations have pull over certain things in Vegas. Am I right?
Right.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, I have a feeling with this us only being 2 days away from the new year and the 2023 season, which I have another speculation, Arlington. Are you ready? Are you ready, Arlington?
I'm listening. I can hear you, dude.
The ball for the XFL, instead of in New York, the ball that drops is going to be an XFL football. It's going to say 2023 on it. That's the ball that's going to drop in New York.
Only if The Rock show up. That's
the ball that's going to drop in New York. They're taking away the old ball in Times Square and they're putting an XFL 2023 ball dropped. And on
Never.
on New Year's Eve at midnight, The Rock and Danny and the XFL is going to drop the Vegas venue. They're going to drop they're going to drop the football. They're going to drop everything at 12 o'clock on New Year's Eve as the XFL 2023 ball drops in Times Square. Mark my words.
Yeah.
That's dirty speculation, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are. I bet you are.
And you know I'll argue to the day I die that I was.
I know you will. I know you will. I know you will. You'll do that. But here's my thing though. I hope they do something like Danny and The Rock do something for New Year's, getting geared up and stuff like that. I know a lot of the coaches have done it. They did it for the Christmas holiday. And of course, they're, ready for the New Year. So they're getting excited for it. But I'm like, I want to see something from them. Like, pop in on SportsCenter on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. Pop in on a SportsCenter Sunday and let everybody know what's going down.
Right, yeah. Now, Jimmy says that the roster cuts will be cut to 50 players by February 9th. Okay, so the question is you cut down to 50, right? Are you really going to have your team? You're really going to have your first stringers playing your second stringers at practice? Or are you going to have a practice squad type of group that's going to practice for the teams to help their players? I mean, why would you want to you have your first offense and second, all your number ones and your number ones on offense and defense practicing against other where you could get one of those guys hurt? Are you really going to do that? No, in my opinion, no, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to have some kind of the players that were cut from this supplemental draft or whatever, and then players cut. I have a feeling they're going to use those guys as the practice type dummies. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, like here, what the mayor says, 2 teams sharing a training venue in Arlington. Okay. Again, Mayor, the mayor knows his stuff. But again, are you going to have, let's say, the Rent-A-Hawks and the Battle Dragons? You're going to have their number ones offense? You're going to have their number one offense and the number one defense?
Well, they're practicing. Like, it's back to what I said in the beginning, man. The thing is, you don't know who they are. You don't know.
I agree with you. I agree.
And honestly, the evaluation process is extensive. I get that. But my thing is this. When you have everyone green, everyone is a rookie.
Correct.
And so because everyone is a rookie, that's how the USFL was, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody got to train with everybody. You didn't know who was going to be your starters. You didn't know who was going to be your role players and who was going to step up when needed. And become player number one. So that's what you don't know just yet. It's just everything is green. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is everybody's going to practice with everybody. Everybody's going to practice with everybody, and everybody's at the same level of everyone else.
So Jimmy says it. You won't know who the 1s and 2s are until you complete camp. Again.
Slightly true. But you still won't know because everybody's going to be practicing with everybody. Everybody is, like I said, again, everybody's green. You don't know who's going to be where. Even if somebody gets selected, they may not be the number one person talent-wise.
It's true. I agree.
They may not.
I agree with you.
It may not pan out the way that
what I'm saying.
You have to adjust as you go. Everybody's playing with everybody.
Again, you just said it. You have to adjust as you go, right? You have to adjust as you go. So, would you really want, once training camp is over and the season kicks off, would you really want your number 1s and number 2s practicing against each other?
Yes.
During the season? No, I wouldn't, because they don't do it in the NFL. That's why they have a practice squad.
You don't, because you don't know who they are, man.
No, I'm saying this is after training camp. Team is finally cut down to the 50 players, like Jimmy said, right? Okay. The
Mhm.
season is kicked off February 18th. Okay.
Okay.
Season is kicked off February 18th. That next week, the week of the 20th, right? Leading up into the next game, which would be the 25th, 26th, right?
25th to 26th. Yes.
Through that week, are you really going to want your number ones and your number ones from your offense and your defense practicing against each other? No, you're not. They don't do it in the NFL. They have a practice squad in the NFL. Now, listen, they might do that. I don't know. I'm just saying, if I'm a person that's in charge of this league, I'm not doing that. I'm not having my ones practicing against each other. I'm not having backups practice against my number ones either because I don't want to get them hurt. I'm going to find some kind of a practice type squad. That's all I'm saying. That's all
Fair
I'm
enough.
saying.
Fair enough.
But I get it. They might not do one. But all I know is this, is my speculations, the New Year's Eve ball will be the XFL 2023 football. And we're going to see Danny's signature right on it as it's coming down at midnight in Times Square. What are you going to do if I'm right? What are you going to do if I'm right, Arlington?
I won't talk to you in the new year. Just won't talk to you in the new year.
So, I mean, look, we know we got a couple batches left of cookies. Schedule, you're right. I have a feeling the schedule, again, I just said it, my speculation. January 1, Times Square, The Rock, Danny are all going to be standing there in the middle of Times Square, right? And they're going to announce, here is what our ball is going to look like, a big version of our ball. And it's dropping down from Times Square, and it says XFL 2023, Danny's signature. The XFL ball is dropping down the tower, dropping down the tower. And then The Rock is going to go, Vegas, we are playing at Allegiant Field in Vegas. The schedule dropping today at midnight. All tickets go on sale at 12:01 midnight. And then we're folding the XFL. And then they fold the XFL.
What? Are you serious?
That's my speculation.
What? Are you serious right now, dude?
That's my speculation. That's what's going to
You gotta
happen.
be kidding me, man.
See, look. Okay, Mayor, I get it. I'm talking about after, with no preseason games. I'm talking after the season starts to kick off. What am I drinking right now?
It ain't hot water. It's not hot water.
No, it's not hot water. Oops.
It surely is not hot water. Yes. Hey, you know what, Brian? That would be amazing. I don't believe it, but that would be amazing if they did it all on the same day.
Yeah, right. And I mean, and to be honest, I don't think we hear anything until after the new year. I don't think we find out when Vegas is playing until February 17th.
Hey, see, I really think that's what's gonna wind up happening.
I got another speculation for you, Arlington. You ready?
No.
Speculation alert.
I'm gonna mute.
Hold on. Listen, we don't find the schedule and where Vegas is playing until Groundhog Day.
Hey, they're gonna be looking around like Vincent off of Pulp Fiction.
Right? Jimmy just goes, we'll have to wait and see. You're right. We'll have to wait and see. Listen, patience is a virtue, right? Here's what we do know. February 18th, they said they're kicking off, right? We have seven cities where they said they're going to play at. We have one city that they not. I know last week I said that Vegas is going to be the Nomad team, and they're going to go around and beat everybody's butt and go undefeated, and they won't play one home game. They're going to be a visitor. I mean, if you really think about it, every team is actually a visiting team, even in their home market. If you really think about it, because they're not in their home market. They're in Arlington, Texas.
Right.
So technically, if you really think about it, every single team is an away team, really, other than the Arlington Renegades. So technically, you have 7 away teams and only 1 home team playing in their home city, really, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Brian, I'm telling you right now. I told you. Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Yeah, the mayor's right. Home is where your heart is.
Home is where your heart is.
Groundhog Day. What does Jimmy say here? If they
They'll
don't,
find a place. There'd be like a nomad team in Arlington.
hey, listen, I think that's how it's going to be anyways. I think they're going to travel to every city.
You just sat there and said that they're gonna get a Vegas home, man.
My speculation now is Vegas doesn't have a home, and they're going to be the Nomads. They're going to change them from the Las Vegas Vipers to the Las Vegas Nomads, and the Las Vegas Nomad Vipers are going to be the XFL 2023 champions.
I see why you would do this on the final show of 2022, if it's the final show of 2022, that is.
I think it is.
So you're gonna make speculation after speculation after speculation after speculation. I got it. Okay, now I'm starting to understand you a little bit better now that you're going to do the switch up because this is the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Got to.
That's why. Okay.
Got to.
So we literally have 8 minutes for you to finish up your speculations because
Jimmy
after
says
that,
Cashman is the leading candidate. Jimmy.
so after your 8 minutes is up, you can't make any more speculation.
But no, because it will be, like I said, we will be watching the XFL 2023 ball in Times Square with Danny Garcia's name on it. It'll be the XFL ball, right? It's going to say 2023, and it's going to slowly come down, and there's The Rock and Danny, and The Rock is going to say, do you smell what the XFL is cooking? We are playing in 2023.
Gosh, I can't wait till these rosters come out, man.
Vegas is going to be a Nomad team. We're changing their name to the Vegas Nomads. We've already got it set up that they are going to play. We already got it set up that they're going to win the championship because this is scripted like the WWE. And now I have canceled the season because I already told you who the champions are going to be for 2023. That's dirty speculation. You get the schedule on Groundhog's Day. That's what it is.
Yo, I would love this one right here. Joe Buck announces the schedule, including the broadcast package for the XFL on January.
I told you, Mayor, mute the mayor. Mute the mayor. He's done. Mute the mayor. He's done. I told you it's going to happen February 2nd. That's my speculation with the XFL football being dropped from Times Square. Laugh all you want. Just telling you how it's away. Step away. Mark Bland says, Jesus, the fan fiction is amazing on this. Brian says he likes it. Jimmy says, step away from the crack pipe. Maybe that's what's in here. You never know.
Oh, man.
Mark Bland says, you're trying to sell people on Tyler Heineke being a Super Bowl level quarterback with this league. You're right. And another speculation. Tyler Heineke and the Washington Commanders will win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, God.
It's everybody crap on Dirty. Dirty is a month late. He is pregnant. Okay. No. Right, where to go? I just had that. I just had this. San Antonio will not be the champions. It will be the Las Vegas Nomads that will be the champions.
I don't need to say anything else for the rest of the show, man. I'm good. Hey, man, happy New Year to you all.
You're like an indie wrestler trying to explain that AEW is a thing. You're absolutely right, Mark Brown. You're absolutely right.
I told y'all what's going on. I literally told you. If you've been paying attention, I told y'all what's going on. I said this is the final show of the year, so Dirty's going to make wide range speculations of everything that's going to happen in the XFL come next year. So if you don't appreciate that, then honestly, I guess y'all don't appreciate this show.
I got another speculation. Are you ready?
Nah, yes, come on, keep them going, man, because this is getting better.
Danny Garcia will be the new head coach of the Orlando Guardians.
Yes!
And The Rock will be the new head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas.
Yes, bring them on, baby. Bring them on, dude. I don't know. I honestly, Sandy, I don't know why St. Louis has been left out. I cannot answer that question. As big as St. Louis is, you know, you got to make sure. You have to make sure that all things are lined up right now. And so far, that's not the case. It may come later. It may come in January. It may come in February for something like that.
Mark Bland's taking shots. Listen to the new 25-mile rule for this show.
I know the reason, but I'm not going to reveal it on this show right now.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I know the reason, though.
Shots fired there to certain other organizations.
Hey, shout out to Cheese Soda, man, over on Twitter, man. If you ain't followed them, hey, that's what Mark Bland is doing right now. Exactly
right.
what he's doing.
Hey, also, shout out to our new sponsor, Teal Alpaca. Go to Facebook, go to Teal Alpaca. You can get your XFL-inspired beanies, hats, scarves, all that good stuff. You saw me wearing the Battlehawk-inspired hat. I know. I see it. I'm just not going. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put this one up. Ooh, The Rock supported the bottom-feeding lambs. It sucks to be a Brahmas fan group if it's true. Yep. He'll be bringing all the former Rams players. He'll be bringing Matthew Stafford over to play for the Brahmas.
That's mean.
I know, right? I know, right? Oh, Sasha Banks will become the new spokesperson for the XFL.
You mean Monet Christmas? Oops.
Oops.
But anyway, hey man, yeah, it's 12 o'clock, dude. I'm ready to get out of here. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I see that we still have 3 minutes.
Yes, I like this one. Tony Khan buying
the XFL and running it because his daddy says he's done a bad job with the Jackson Jagvilles.
Oh my God. Hey, okay. So let's do this before we go.
Mm-hmm.
You gave your predictions basically, right? You gave yours. So now
they're all going to come true. They're all going to come true.
Has to give his. All right. Of course, Vegas will have. That's right, Brian. Of course, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. That is very true. Vegas Vipers will have it, and I think they'll get it by the end of January. We'll know then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
February 2nd.
Right. I'll find a new co-host going into 2023. I think I may have found my guy already. And hey, wait a minute, you ready for the sad part? He didn't show up today. Right? So he didn't show up.
Looks like we're gonna fire our intern already.
Yeah, golly. Yeah, I say that the end of January we'll get the whole thing situated with the Vipers.
It's the end of the year. We figured we'd make it fun. So Arlington, I got a question for you. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, throw me some questions, man. I'm game for this.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at this. All right, I changed my speculation.
No, shut up.
No? Okay.
Shut up. Don't you say you're done. You're done now.
The mayor's making his speculation. Las
Vegas Motor Speedway. I like that.
While there is a race going around, they will have a Vegas Viper game.
Just like that. It'll be the greatest thing known on the planet.
Right. Yeah. You all both need it.
That's what I do. I need one.
Okay, you ready? So with the XFL and everything that we've done over the last year, basically leading up to the kickoff in February 19th, right?
Right.
What was one of your fondest memories leading up? Nellis Air Force Base will be Area 51 will be the Vipers. Yeah, Area 51. Area 51. Dirty's calling it right now. My new speculation, the Vegas Vipers will play in Area 51. Hot tubs are better than fire pits.
It's the 18th, Dirty. Don't mix up the dates. February 18th.
Did I mix it up? Okay, February 18th.
Oh, God.
What was one of your fondest memories of this year of us leading up to kickoff?
Vegas.
God damn, that's what I was going to say.
Vegas. That was it for me, man. Like, seriously.
Right, yeah.
Going to Vegas, meeting up with Coach Beck, getting to see the other coaches, you know, in the draft, you know, come in the war room and stuff like that.
Go on, finish your point. Yeah.
Yeah, but going to see Coach Beck, giving him his shirt, by the way, too. You know, meet Coach Beck for the first time, and seeing Dave Bowler go by, and because he's doing an excellent thing with St. Louis as player personnel, Wade Phillips and all those guys. Oh my God, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
Hey, I love swimming in the city beach. I never thought it was gross at all, Mark. I never thought swimming in the city beach was gross. I would have to agree with you, because it had been so long since I had seen you. It had been a few months since I'd seen you. We never met the mayor until we went to Vegas. So to get to experience the Vegas with my partner here, and then with my wife going to Vegas, meeting the mayor, just being part of that tailgate, having Zoa energy drink. I think that was probably one of my favorite things was Vegas, hands down, for sure.
I got that too.
You did get that too.
I was gifted.
So, with that being said,
that's true. That's a fact. That is a definite fact.
That is absolutely
all right, y'all.
100%. So, with that being said, thank you guys for joining us this year on this wild ride. Thank you for letting us expand to 3 days a week now. Thank you for letting us do this show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this show every week. So, hey, Brian, same with you, man. Same with you, Mayor. Same with you, Vegas. So I just got to say thank you to all the fans out there. Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to watch us. Thank you for spending that hour out of your day with us. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. With that being said, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody has a blessed New Year and a good thing. And remember, you're right. It's hot water time. Arlington, take it off. No worries, Mark. Finish the show, Arlington.
You out of here, man. You out of here, dude.
Finish the show.
Brother, I have to honestly say I love you, man. Being there for me at the beginning of the year and seeing you again in Vegas, it was amazing. Thankful to everybody that has tuned into this show. I know we get a little bit wild and crazy at times, and I have to be the good cop while Dirty be the bad cop all the time. I appreciate it so much. From the bottom of my heart, man, thank you. And I hope to meet a lot of you guys in the new year, those that have tuned into this show. Love to hang out with you in the different cities. And let's make this a thing. Let's make the XFL season a big year, despite what the small shortcomings is happening right now. But hey, we're only 50 days away. As being stated, Happy New Year to you all. Make sure that you go. Make sure you go and you check out our show. Follow us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and you can also go to Pro Football Alliance on Facebook and YouTube as well. Subscribe to all of our channels, and you'll know when we are on every single week. All right, this is the final show of the year. Happy New Year again to you all. Hope that you all have a great, blessed New Year. And we'll catch you on January 3rd, 2023. Love, peace.